Kind of how cool is that to have Shedeur there helping him out?
He's talked to him as well. He's called him. He's called him, and they conversated as well. First of all, you got to understand, Staub is a lovable dude, man. Like, everybody who's played here previously have reached out to him and congratulated him, or some way or another tweeted him or done something to let them know how proud they are, because he's always been a stand-up guy. No matter who's starting, he's always been there in support.
If Ryan Staub taking notes when the Hall of Fame, who else is deep? Man, y'all gonna make me act up. Deion Sanders is in a world of trouble because he does not know who his quarterback is, or at least y'all don't know who the quarterback one is. So recently, and I'm recording this the same day it happened, in the morning, I got a tweet on my phone and it said, Mr. Staubby, the big bad 1-6 is officially the starting quarterback for the Colorado Buffaloes against Big 12 opponent Houston Cougs, right? Here's the problem. That's a lie. So Pete Thamel tweeted out, sources, Colorado is expected to start Ryan Staub at quarterback for the game at Houston on Friday night. He entered the Delaware game, did his thing, 7-10, 157, two of them things. He threw that up to Sincere Brown and said, go deep, big dog. And they said, and he went crazy. I know what that is. Obviously, the wrist, I don't think he's put his wrist down since throwing them touchdowns. I think he's just been walking. He's been going to class, and he's just been having the wrist up. He said, it's my time. He's been writing, it's my time. And I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him. But again, apparently, it's all lies. So let's hear it.
There was a report by Pete Thamel that Ryan Staub is the expected starter against Houston. Are you able to confirm that?
I'm not confirming nothing to y'all. Y'all know that. We ain't like that. We good. We have capable guys. Staub has been doing a phenomenal job doing and getting the majority of the reps, but I haven't made that assessment and decision yet.
So I wanna point out a few things. The first thing I want to point out is, Coach Prime was very adamant at pointing out, hey man, but Ryan Staub getting them number one reps though. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I just want y'all to know he getting most of them number one reps. I just want y'all to know that. Like he slid that in there, but he said, I ain't confirming nothing to nobody. Y'all don't know nothing about nothing. And it's so interesting because I think some people, like, they view like Coach Prime as hostile towards the media, but that's not what this is. This is, you can't give the media an inch and they'll take a mile. Case in point, Cleveland media. That's why Tony Grossi has been up there harassing Baker Mayfield. Mary KKK Cabot has been, terrorizing interviews and post-game press conferences, because if you give them an inch, they start asking nasty, crazy questions and thinking they're entitled to knowing certain information in X, Y, Z. So really, and especially at the collegiate level, I'm okay with a head coach being an ass to the media, because you know who was an ass to the media? Nick Saban. Oh, but Coach Prime doesn't have that. Wait, what do you mean? Coach Prime is a multiple Super Bowl champion winner. He's best friends with Coach Prime. Not best friends, but close associates with Coach Prime's. He's done things that certain other HBCU coaches, I don't think any other, I need to recheck it, but small to no FCS to HBCU coaches have done at Power 5 programs. I think that we talk about entitlement a lot, when we talk about nepotism and things like that. I am of the idea that you have to do things to become entitled to things. I think the title that Coach Prime and the titles that he has won and hang and that gold jacket and those things, I think that allows him to be entitled to hold things in certain regards. So when people get upset about, oh, well, Coach Prime is he's just so mean to the media. Yes, because the media's job is to write salacious things about 18 to 22-year-olds. So y'all better get to writing mean things about Coach Prime, because y'all ain't finna do that to these, in college, kids, right? Because they're kids, right? They're young men, young adults trying to take that next step. So I ain't got no problem with it. Now, I heard from a bird that Deion Sanders is co-signing the big bad Ryan Staub. Now, we saw him tweet out that picture when Ryan Staub did what he did when he did it, But this is Coach Prime confirming that it went a little deeper than that. Let's hear it.
But he's working his butt off.
Ryland Schools from Ralphie Report. Ryan Staub said that Shedeur has helped him a lot get ready for this,
Yeah.
and then Shedeur showed some love to him on Twitter after the game. Kind of how cool is that to have Shedeur there helping him out?
He's talked to him as well. He's called him. He's called him, and they conversated as well. First of all, you got to understand, Staub is a lovable dude, man. Like everybody who's played here previously have reached out to him and congratulated him, or some way or another tweeted him or done something to let them know how proud they are, because he's always been the stand-up guy. No matter who's starting, he's always been there in support. He's not going to be one of those guys who, you know, somebody else is starting, he's sitting on the bench mad, sulking. He's not built like that. He's going to be there in support and make sure you're prepared, make sure the scout team is prepared. He's going to give you everything he has whenever he gets the opportunity to practice, or even if I think he was giving signals last week. You know, going from giving signals and getting in the game, come on, man, that don't happen. That don't happen. This is a real-life story that's happening right before your eyes. So hats off to him, because he's the ultimate teammate. He's the ultimate teammate. He's the ultimate character guy, and those are the type of guys that we're looking for. But oftentimes those guys don't come with the 3 and 4 and 5 stars that you guys get excited about. I'm looking more at, can they play here? Do they fit who we are? Not do they come with a 4 and 5 and a star or whatever have it. And Staub is one of those guys, man, and I'm proud of him.
You know, I'm a little sad that this channel, even though we still talk about college football, and first off, I want to say, live stream people, I want to say thank you to, if you're watching this video when it goes up and it's recorded, because the fact that I've been able to, even in the first few weeks, talk about college football and NFL, I just cannot thank y'all enough. It's absolutely phenomenal, right? But it makes me sad, and you're going to see why. It's not a bad reason that I don't talk mostly about college football in Colorado, because when I first started this channel and I was talking about it, this was the thing that I love. And I love proving people's narratives wrong. Like, and obviously with the Shidor stuff, there's so many narratives. I love proving that wrong. I love showing videos of Shedeur just being a good young man, and people being like, what? He's a good teammate. He's this, he's that. Right. And one of my favorite things that Deion Sanders has consistently done since coming to Colorado is disproven this idea that, you know, Coach Prime's teams are just these undisciplined, these crazy, flashy. It's no substance. He's not building a real culture. Well, this is him playing a quarterback that has been here since before Deion Sanders was here. This is him praising a guy who isn't a 3-star, 4-star. And now that we've got the history, y'all remember when Cormani McClain, I know it's probably a name you haven't heard in a long time, when Cormani McClain wasn't getting starting time in the first year of Colorado, right? Where's Cormani at? Where's he at? And hey, he's not doing what he needs to do. He's not doing what he needs to do in the classroom. He's not hitting these things. He's not hitting these benchmarks. Something that he struggled with in Florida too, which is crazy. Billy Napier openly said that. So, you know, if I can make a long story short, all of this goes to the idea that Deion Sanders is the old school coach that a lot of the haters, a lot of the Deion Sanders runs a circus show, that he's the coach that they actually want. He's the old school coach. He's the coach that doesn't care about Julian Lewis being a 5-star, doesn't care that Caden Salter is a senior, and, you know, he's, you know, last year or you know what I'm saying, he's on his 6th year. He's got bided time. If he doesn't get to start, he'll probably transfer out immediately because, you know, he don't care about that. He genuinely does not care about that. He cares about who is willing to play and who makes the best for the offense. He's shown that time and time again. He's shown that he's an old school quarterback. He's bringing in NFL coaches, ex-NFL players that are coaches, right? And I want to say one thing, because if there's one thing about Deion Sanders is that he's consistent. He speaks about it, and he spoke about this in the post game. He was talking about, hey, he has a very close attachment to people like Ryan Staub, to the people who put in that extra work, to people who might not get all those opportunities, right? If you remember, again, this goes back to the pre-draft time. Deion Sanders, I think he was at Big 12 Media Day or he was at the East-West Shrine Bowl. I forgot what it was, but he had an interview where he was talking about Billy Musgrave. I don't know if you know Billy, but he is the quarterback coach, what's it called, for the Cleveland Browns. So just hold on now. Just everybody hold on now. But he talks about Billy being his, the backup whenever he was in San Francisco, I believe. Y'all can quote me if wrong. And he talked about going up to the coach in the Super Bowl after they were blowing out whoever it was. I think that was the '94 Super Bowl. I gotta. My head, my math isn't as good, but he talks about jawing at the coach and being like, yo, just give Billy an opportunity. Please just give Billy. Billy shows up to practice. Billy is there for a scout team. Billy is there every single day. So I want y'all to note that Deion Sanders isn't just seeing a hardworking young man that's outlasted a 1-11 and a 4-8 season, sat behind Shedeur Sanders, done all the different things, was not named the starter at the beginning of the season. So he's not just seeing that. He's seeing Billy Musgrave. He's seeing a young man who, in any other circumstance, probably is not going to get this opportunity. He got a 5-star in front of him. You got a proven player in Caden Salter in front of him. There was no reason that Ryan Staub should have got playing time other than they were up 56-0. And I do want to stress that if Julian Lewis didn't look as freshman-y as he looked, because he didn't look bad. He just looked like a freshman. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. The kid's 17. I don't think we were having this conversation. You feel me? If Caden Salter didn't have an intriguing first game, I don't think we're having this conversation. If Ryan Staub
this game and all the fun in it
isn't, guess what? Taking notes when the Hall of Fame who else is deep? Man, y'all gonna make me act up. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. You can't. I can't write a story better than this. Are you telling me that he's in the background taking notes? What kind of teacher's pet? This is awesome. I mean that in the most positive way. What? In the most positive way. That I like. A quarterback needs to be a teacher's pet. I like that. I like that, Staubby. That gets the people going. That gets the locker room going, man. My quarterback be in them books. Writing notes when the Hall of Famers is speaking because he want to be great. Signaling off Sincere Brown to hit that big. Who you think you is, 1-6? Oh, you think you 2? Oh, okay. We're going to see, man. We're going to see. Shout out to Ryan Staub, man. He is the man of the hour, the man of the place, the man of the space. Now, I do want to talk about something, right? And I'll let this play kind of just up here.
Man, hey, wouldn't be here without this.
And I'll just mute this, and I'll just let this play. Wait. What is this? Oh, that was a long intro. I'm going to just let this play. And what we're going to talk about is this Houston matchup, right? We're going to get to some stats, some facts, some different things like that. And we're going to, because I don't want to do like predictions like I used to where we're just going to do a prediction video. I like to have like a storyline with it. So we talked about Staubby. Now let's talk about what the Colorado Buffaloes will be faced against this Friday. And it's this Houston team and a Houston offense that if I haven't got to watch, I really wanted to watch them. But from what I've understood, this is a power run, almost Rice style offense that's gonna hit you from a lot of different angles. Now, stat wise, right, from the offensive side, points a game number 32, yards a game. And again, it's only week 2, so I mean, you gotta take these with a grain of salt. What's it called? Points of play 27, yards of play number 39, number 14 in third down conversions. Now y'all know me. The big things I like to look at is third down conversion in red zone scoring. So they are number 14 in red zone. Number 14 in third down conversions from the offensive side of the ball. They are number 1 in red zone scoring. And I do want to point out that Colorado is also tied for number 1 in red zone scoring. Again, it's week 2, but not the point. The defense, though, this looks scary. This is gonna be the best defense that Colorado faces. I'm almost certain. Well, so far, right? Because Georgia Tech has a good defense, but they're not known for defense, right? This is a number 13 ranked in opponents points a game. Number 14 in opponents' yards a game, number 11 in points per play, number 5 in yards per play. Now, third down conversions, they rank number 30, so they're giving up in third downs, number 74 in red zone scoring as well. So interesting to think about. Going from the rushing statistic, now I think this is where the bread gets buttered, and this is where things get really interesting, because it's one thing to have a top defense, but what does your defense actually do well, right? From the rushing side, they are just want to point this out. From a rushing side, they rank number 39 in yards or rush, which is really good. Opponent rushes a game, it's fine. Opponent rush yards a game, they're giving up 177 rush yards a game. That is for number 100. And I don't know if you remember, the last few games, the running game is starting to look like a real deal running game. So if you run pretty good against this, especially because apparently Houston defense is number 133 in opponent's completion percentage, which, I mean, it is what it is. But they're in 5 for yards of passes a game, number 2 in yards a game. 51? They've held opponents to 51 yards a game. Oh my God. And then they're number 2 in sacks. So they're gonna come, they gonna come after it. Now, from the offensive side of the ball, where I really do think that I think the brightest parts for Colorado, like the brightest brights and the highest highs, are on the offense. But I think the most consistent unit is the defense. So looking at Houston's offense, they are ranked number 27 when it comes to rush yards a game, or yards a rush, and then number 27 in rush yards a game. So a decent run. But again, they average 204 rushing yards so far. Kind of nasty. Now, passing, it seems like they're kind of mid to decent, right? 39 in completion percentage, 34 in yards of pass, 113 in passes a game. No interceptions, so that's good. And they give up a few sacks from the passing side. Now, after week 2, because we haven't looked at this since last week, where does Colorado rank? First off, they are number 1. I just want to point out a few things, because we're going to go over this every week, because we're going to cover a lot of Colorado games. They are number 1 in red zone and fourth down conversion, so that's pretty good. Look at, and I'm going to tell y'all, the most consistent unit is going to be the defense. Red zone scoring, look at this stat. They finished, remember, at the end of the year, the Colorado defense finished top 10 in red zone scoring on the defensive side. Here they are, already number 23, very respectable number, again, out of the 136 FBS teams that gets ranked. So this was the hallmark of what this, and getting after the quarterback, were the hallmarks of the last Colorado defense. I would like to see that come up big again. But we'll see, because, again, when you talk about rushing statistics, this is one of the worst rushing offenses just off statistics. And, again, you went against Georgia Tech in the first game, so it's tough to see. But 5.2 yards a rush, man, that's that is something. They're number 110 in the nation when it comes to defending the rush when it comes to yards per game. And then opponents rush yards a game, they're giving up 202 yards a game. So they're giving up 202 yards a game, and this rushing offense is averaging 204 yards a game. So it's interesting. Now, the rushing offense for Colorado, number 63 and number 65 are respectively for yards or rush and rush yards a game. And then passing statistics, a little bit middle of the pack. You don't like to see those quarterback sacks, but again, you're cycling through a lot of quarterbacks. So as it stands right there, I need to probably watch some more Houston football. Not knowing anything about Houston football, I'm going to go on the limb and say this gets real nasty and gritty, right? I think the element of surprise of not knowing who the quarterback is for Houston, even if it's Caden Salter or if it's 1-6, if it's Ryan Staub, having to prepare for both of them, I think is going to give the slight edge that Colorado actually needs, right? And I think this is going to be one of the only weeks that not having a solidified quarterback can work this early in the season, right? You haven't really seen a lot of Caden Salter anyway, and you haven't seen a lot of Ryan Staub. So if he comes in the game, well, what do you expect, right? And your running game is seemingly starting to get there. So I think if you lean on the running game, right, and then see what happens with the quarterback situation from there, give me Colorado 23. Houston 21. Give it to it. Last minute, they missed something, they hit something, and they're good to go. That's what I wanted. Y'all let me know who's going to win down below in the comments. Like the video if you like it, dislike if you don't. Subscribe if you like football content, man. Continue to be great. We'll see you next time. Peace. Hey, that's all I got to say about it. But y'all let me know how y'all feel. Let me know where Shedeur needs to get traded. He needs to definitely get up out of there. I don't think the Browns are clearly using him, but they don't know how to use him. You feel me? Like they trying to get some use out of him, but this flip-flop media stuff, y'all turn the big Tony on him. I don't like that. I don't like it. But you like the video if you like it. Dislike if you don't. Subscribe if you like football content of all shapes, sizes, forms, and fashion. If you're watching this live, don't go anywhere. If you're not watching this live, be on the lookout for the lives because we do reactions live and do different things. But y'all be great. Peace.